Last week, a crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia. 2 Marine Embassy guards were injured in the blast. 2 days later, a CIA asset in central Bolivia provided us with these images. Our analysts have identified the individual in the photo as DEA Special Agent Ricardo Ricky Sandoval, my friend. Sandoval had spent the last 6 years investigating the local cocaine industry. Our understanding is that Sandoval was the intended target of the bombing. What the embassy bomb did not accomplish was completed up close and personal. Sandoval was captured, tortured, and killed. Then his body was dumped. We have yet to recover it. Our target, the group responsible for the embassy bombing and the death of Special Agent Sandoval, is the drug trafficking organization commonly known as the Santa Blanca Cartel.
Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to do a quick review video on Ghost Recon Wildlands. The reason I'm going to cut it there is I think if you guys know, I absolutely hate cutscenes. Like, this cutscene's about a minute and a half, and it is over a minute and a half. It's ridiculous. Like, okay, an intro to a video and all that, that's cool. Cutscenes are cool, but cutscenes should be around 30 seconds in my personal opinion. So I know a lot of people do like them. I know a lot of people love cutscenes. I am not one of those people. So, you know, we're just gonna let this one roll through. This is the beginning intro to Ghost Recon Wildlands. So I told my boy Pseudo I would play it tonight once it got downloaded, I guess, on PS4. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play some Ghostland. I'm gonna give you my quick reviews on how I feel. So let's jump right into it. As soon as this cutscene finishes, which is again ridiculous. You see how long this cutscene is. Ridiculous. So right here, what we're gonna start with, I love the customization in the game so far, at least from the get-go in the beginning. Male to female, you know, they got so much different variety for, you know, just the color of the skin, ethnicity, if that's how you say it, and you know, your everything. Just the customization, that's a big thing and a big plus for me. Here was the solid, was the arm tattoos. The tattoos in general in video games just makes the characters stand out a little bit more for me. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, you know, the customizations of this game, they are so varied that, you know, it's not basic and simple things. And I'm sure once the game is released, that we'll have a lot more customizations. You can see the different styles of shirt. You see on the bottom, they got you know, different threads. You know, you got different threads. You got different colors to the thread. That stuff is a big plus for a lot of gamers. Me in particular, I think variety is really good. And you'll see it more on this one. You can choose the different kinds of vests for this game, which is really cool. The color scheme right here is amazing. You know, the graphics in the game are amazing in itself. So, you know, and then just the simple things like you can even change the backpack. You know, little things like that are what keep me interested in a game. And the variety of different styles of backpacks that you can put on are a big plus for me. Again, we're going to go back to the graphics of the game. Graphics, this was another, I cut it really short. This was another really long cutscene. I don't like extended cutscenes. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Put them in the comments how you guys feel about cutscenes and why you think they may be important to a video game. And I know some cutscenes are because they can set certain moods, but for me, cutscenes, 30-45 seconds, not a full minute, not a minute and a half, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's too much for me. That's where I start to lose interest in video games themselves. So that's just my personal opinion. The customization was a big plus from the very get-go. And I'm just gonna throw it out there right now. Well, let's talk about the customization. We'll talk about the other part afterwards. Customization. You can see the different variants that you can put on the guns. We're just gonna run through real quick. Here's another cool part. the ability to use your binoculars and how they work. The drone that you get to use in this video game is really good. It felt smooth. It didn't feel like it was just blocky, and you know, you kind of had to force it. It was a really smooth motion into the game, and as you can see right there with the upgrade that you can get for that will allow it'll allow your drone to go further. Get battery packs, the upgrades for basically everything. The shooting portion felt really good. I don't know, like, exactly. I don't play a whole lot of single player games. I'm more of a multiplayer player. As you can see right here with this drone, you got plenty of gadgets that you can add on to it, explosives. The storyline, so far for what I've played, I've only played about 2 hours of the game. The storyline, it's repetitive. You just go in, you do the same thing. It's a lot like The Division. It's The Division on a more open platform is how I would put it. You know, it's the only problem is it's repetitive. This game is super repetitive. I'm not knocking the game for its gameplay itself, but the repetition of each level is continuously the same. You go in, you shoot some guys, you kill or you get the objective, and you go on to the next mission, which is the same exact thing. And that's where I think a lot of people have lost interest in games over the last couple of years. With games like The Division, new releases like Mafia 3, they're just, you know, that's how I feel. They're just too repetitive. I don't even know how many times I said repetitive in this damn video, but that's the basis of this game. This is really cool player. You get to fly in choppers, mobility across this video game, you know, from motorcycles to the helicopter, to regular cars. You know, that's a good variety of transportation throughout the game. The reason I put this part in here is you guys can see they got the fast travel. So that makes the game a little bit more interesting, because now you don't have to completely run across the entire map to get one area to the other. You can just straight fast travel, and boom, you're there. The last part of this, you just see the different upgrades that you guys can get in the video game. And there's a lot. You know, it's like a combination of Just Cause 3 and the new Watch Dogs. Yeah, that's what we're getting, a good combination of. A better combination, like it's a step up from The Division, but it stays on the same level, just in the facts that, you know, the whole thing is just straight repetitive. Overall thought, it's a very slow paced, you gotta be patient type game. I'm not a patient person though. So, thank you guys for watching the video. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.